don't like Barack Obama. Lots of reasons.
President Obama lives rent-free in this president's head, and because he knows he will never be as talented, he will never be as beloved, he will never be as smart, he will never be as accomplished, he will never win the Nobel Peace Prize on his own merit. Right. And so, of course, he tore it up, and now he doesn't have plans or concepts of a plan. But the thing that was concerning for me when I watch this, as a layperson, because I don't have the experience that you have in this area.
Yes, President Trump put these people on a blast and they are not happy about it. I saw this video, I could not bypass. Before we go into this full analysis, first take a look at this.
Other southern states like Alabama and Tennessee are joining that rush to redraw maps after the Supreme Court ruling. The Republican governors of Alabama and Tennessee announcing special sessions for next week. Alabama facing hurdles with this, where they can only actually act if the Supreme Court clears the way. But in the meantime, Tennessee's primary isn't until August, giving lawmakers there plenty of time to redraw that map. And weeks after Virginia voters passed a referendum to redraw the state's map, the State Board of Elections was unable to certify those results as legal challenges are playing out in the state's Supreme Court. The referendum approved a new congressional map favoring Democrats 10-1, with 2 Republican-led lawsuits challenging the legality of it. Because of the map changes and extra time needed, House election primaries will now be in August, with early voting starting June 18th.
Alito argued that the vast social change has occurred throughout the country, and particularly in the South, indicating that racism no longer exists in this country. I can tell you, as a black woman, that my father was born in 1949. He remembers segregated schools. He remembers segregated water fountains. He remembers that he did not have full civil rights. And he told me when I turned 40 years old that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And he is still alive today, and I am still alive today, and I have been discriminated against. And now I have to tell my children that they have less civil rights than I did when I was born.
That's true.
That is disgusting, despicable, and I am devastated by this particular Supreme Court decision, even though, Whoopi, we did know this was coming.
What about, wait a second, what about Clarence Thomas? Didn't he stick up for his own
No,
group?
he did not.
He did not.
No.
And
He
by
was
the
part
way,
of the majority.
I don't like Barack Obama. Lots of reasons, but add to the freaking list how he reacted to the Supreme Court saying that you cannot draw your lines based off of race when it comes to congressional maps. He's out here claiming today's Supreme Court decision effectively guts a key pillar of the Voting Rights Act, freeing state legislatures to gerrymander legislative districts to systemically dilute and weaken the voting power of racial minorities so long as they do it under the guise of partisanship rather than explicit racial bias. Was this not Barack Obama?
You know, these people will always support if a Democrat are doing it. If you take a look at this racial bias, if you look at the tweet here, this is Barack Obama praising what we recently saw in Virginia. And it is shocking to see that some Democrat will still have the guts to come out and say, oh, this. If they tell you that redistricting should not be based on race, that is very important. This should not be something people should be arguing every single time. I see a lot of Democrats trying to bring in different narratives like, oh, this will cause, this will come, knowing fully well the truth about why this is happening, because they will push out a different narrative to brainwash people who don't understand exactly what is happening. And at the end of the day, they keep falling for their tricks. It is irritating sometimes when I see them do this. I've seen Democrats play these kind of tricks every single time with black people, and they carry the message. If you look now, 2026, black people don't easily fall for these their tricks that they always try to push out a different narrative. Oh,
in the new Congress, we're going to have to do something about this Supreme Court. And let me be very clear. Everything is on the table. Everything to deal with this corrupt MAGA majority that is issuing political opinions that are designed to bolster the prospects of the Republican Party, and we will not allow them to succeed.
Heard my dogs there in the background. They agree. Leader Jefferies, thanks as always. Appreciate you.
Thanks much.
Decision by this illegitimate Supreme Court majority strikes a blow against the Voting Rights Act and is designed to undermine the ability of communities of color all across this country to elect their candidate of choice. But we're not here to step back. We're here to fight back. Yes. Now, when this decision came out earlier today, it's an unacceptable decision, but not an unexpected decision, because this isn't even really the Roberts Court. It's the Trump Court. Yeah. But the reality of our experience, our journey, now more than 400 years, is that we view a setback, and this is one, but we view setbacks as nothing more than a setup for a comeback.
The president put out a tweet very early in the morning, and these people are not taking it lightly. This guy posted this just in: President Trump officially demands all state with Democrat cheated racial gerrymandering district withdraw their seat no matter what. The byproduct is that the Republicans will receive more than 20 House seats in the upcoming midterm. Yes, fine. We cannot allow there to be an election that is conducted unconstitutionally simply for the convenience of state legislatures. If they have to vote twice, so be it. We should demand that state legislatures do what the Supreme Court says must be done. That is more important than administrative convenience. He need. This is according to the person who posted this. And some states are already doing this. If you understand why Democrats are furious, it's because they realize this is actually touching them to a level they have not seen. Recently, you see, they came out in unison to cry about the Supreme Court recent decisions. But let's wait and observe to see the outcome, because their main plan is to impeach Trump. That is all what these people care about. Oh, if we win the midterm, this is what we are going to do. They don't plan to bring in different things that can benefit people. Instead, they always try to bring things that will say, oh, let's do this, let's remove him, let's do this. Knowing fully well that at the end of the day, they impeach Trump twice, nothing happened. If they do it now, what will happen? Just to put in the record that, oh, he was impeached the 4th time. That is just what they want, right?
So they could disenfranchise the Republican voters? By the way, the court shut that down. He campaigns for gerrymandering when it helps the Democrats. You think this is about black people? You think this is about voting rights for minorities and standing up for the marginalized? No, it's about power. It's always about power when it comes to these people. Now, there are two main talking points that I hear from Democrats when it comes to why they believe they need to consider race and have these super black districts. One of them is that, well, if we don't have these districts, then we're not going to have, black representation in Congress. Which is funny because black Republicans have gone on the record and said, well, that's strange because I got voted in and my district is majority white. So clearly white people are willing to vote for black people. Maybe that's just exclusively a Democrat problem, where it's the Democrats who have a problem voting for black people. And
saying that MAGA extremists have said
freedom of the press.
Someone should get to the bottom of that.
Inaugural Burger King. Eric Holder on not that many.
When you take a look at this
stone of our democracy, but right now they are under threat. The process of political gerrymandering, I think, is damaging to Congress. Gerrymandering means citizens' voice in the Commonwealth, but for our gerrymandering and ensure that in the midterms, and we're counting on you.
It'll be funny. It'll be entertaining.
World than they have right now. Everybody in that room, as was noted by the press secretary, has his cell phone number, and lo and behold, he answers their call. No.
But, the president traditionally, this is why Trump, a lot of people say this is why he ran for president. Obama just tore him a new asshole from the podium, and now he's going to get a chance.
Security officers, some of them climbing over.
At the correspondence.
Made America great again, and you've made comedy great again. And
continue to update you. I'm going to end here. Thank you for watching. Please hit the video and share out. As of the social clips at the end, that is for the white algorithm. You can always
celebrating the win in yesterday's redistricting.
It's going to lose their congressional representation. How do you think?
And
until the First Lady brought them back with her surprise statement last week.
How does this benefit?
I'm an actor.
Creative content.
Why are you not looking forward to the White House fight?
Well, it's kind of a gimmick.
I have 300 plus.